Representative Becker.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. David Becker, District 1. And I do want to note Pequot is in my district. And, you know, there's a lot that's been said tonight about Pequot specifically. And I think that those things are important, and I share a lot of those sentiments. I do want to agree with Representative Stamler that a lot of my words here are also about the counseling services, its nonprofits in general. I happen to hold a core belief regarding nonprofits and their role in keeping costs down, and that's really important to me, and I believe that is something that has really helped our community for a long time to achieve a lot of services that we otherwise would have either paid a lot of money for or, quite frankly, would not have gotten, that are very important. I found myself in all of this very frustrated by the subcommittee that was charged with the nonprofit dealings and the lack of report, the lack of communication with Pequot. There were emails that were not answered and whatnot, and I do find that process needs to continue, and they need to come back and they need to look at it. And one of the conversations in all of this that needs to be had is not just those on the list, but even if there's others, how do we drive costs down in our community with nonprofits? Because that is something that's happening here. I am in support of restoring these funds tonight. It is absolutely vital to our community. Fairfield, the question has been asked, is it a 3-library town? The answer is yes. We're a very large community. We are a 3-library town. And one of the best things we have going is that on top of the library system that we have with the 2 public libraries, we get one of them on pennies on the dollar. We get to be a 3-library town because of Pequot at substantial savings. If you look at the budget over the last few years, going back, Pequot has been at $350,000 as their allocation. If you look at the current budget book, it goes back to 2010. The library system on the public side was just shy of $4 million, and this year was us asking for $4.4 million. That's the entire Pequot allocation in their increases. Pequot has been able to actually expand their services over that time for the same allocation. This is not a charity. This is a nonprofit partner. Private-public partnerships, as I said, are key in driving down the costs. When we have to decide as a community what we want, and we want to do them with less, we have to turn to those entities that can do it. Later tonight, we're going to have a conversation about a contract. And people are going to come up and they're going to complain, and possibly rightfully so, that is their merits. I've been one of them at times, of the salary increases, the pension costs, the health care costs, the retirement costs. All of those issues don't exist with this. And that's a great thing for our community. We have both. That's a good thing. It's a private-public partnership. So I would ask all of my colleagues this evening to restore these funds. They're absolutely vital in keeping Fairfield the community that we know it to be, and in the long term, to be able to have the conversation of keeping the taxes down and keeping the services still in place, which is a very difficult conversation. The only way you're going to get there is by working with these partners and not turning them away. Thank you.